Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, April 4th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to pause in your day and to do just that, to breathe and take a break, to center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name, to remember who you are and whose you are. Each time we come together, we do some relaxation. I talk about a reading from Scripture, and then we use that Scripture reading for a meditation time that leads into a brief time of prayer. So if you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house. If the room has a door, close the door and settle into a chair. Allow your body to relax into that chair and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe in God's breath. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all of your worries, your fears, your anxieties. Keep breathing in and out. And with each breath, allow yourself to become more and more aware of God's presence. Imagine that the breath of God is coming in through your lungs and flowing through your veins and arteries to all the parts of your body. Imagine that as it flows through all of your arteries into your veins, that it's carrying away all of the stuff that does not give you life and helping it to be breathed out. You breathe in and the breath of life comes into you. And it moves from your lungs to your heart. And your heart is renewed and calmed. You breathe in. And it moves from your heart up into your neck. And as it does so, your neck is relaxed. And the tensions unwind. You breathe in and it moves into your brain. And as it does so, your mind relaxes. And you find yourself centering yourself in God. You breathe in and it moves from your brain to your face. And the muscles in your face relax. And the tensions in your jaw or your brow fade away. You breathe in and it moves from your heart to your shoulders and your arms and your hands to the tips of your fingers. The shoulder muscles relax. And the arms relax. hands open up. You breathe in, and the breath of God, the life of God moves into your back, relaxing the muscles of your back, lifting the burdens of the day off of your back. They're carried away. You breathe in, and the breath and life of God moves into your abdomen. The calm settles over your stomach. And you breathe in again, and it moves down through your hips to your thighs, through your knees to your calves, through your calves to your ankles, and to your feet, and to the tips of your big toes. With each breath in, the life of God, the peace of God comes into you. And with each breath out, all of the things that do not give you life, and all of the things that do not give you peace, and all of the things that are toxic are breathed out. Now, in your mind's eye, go back to the days of Jesus. Jesus is alone with his disciples. Imagine that you're one of those disciples. Just a few verses ago, Herod was wondering who Jesus was. Now Jesus turns the question around, and he says to the disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And they say to him, "Well, some say you're Elijah, and others say you're one of the prophets, and others say that you're John the Baptist come back to life." And then he says, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter says, "Well, you're the Messiah, the Christ, the anointed one." And much to their surprise, Jesus says to them, "Don't tell anyone that. Keep it to yourself. For I must suffer greatly. And the scribes and the Pharisees and the elders will reject me. And I'll be arrested and killed. And after 3 days, I will rise again. If any of you want to become my followers, you have to take up your cross daily. You don't seek to save your life. It's in losing your life that you find life. What gain is there if you have the whole world, but you forfeit yourself? There's none. None at all. And he continued to teach them. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? You're sitting there thinking about all of that. Thinking about the answers the apostles gave. But also, who do you say that Jesus is now in 2022? Who is Jesus for you? Who is Jesus for your family, your friends, the church? And what difference does it make? How do you live differently because of what you believe about who Jesus is? You have an opportunity to talk with Jesus now. And so I'll be quiet while the two of you talk. Then the time comes for the conversation to end. And you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate. You know you can come back to it whenever you want. And you allow that image to fade away. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you are ready, open your eyes. That's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, April 4th. Our reading for today was Luke 9:18 to 27. That's Luke 9:18 to 27. I encourage you to read it again and think about it, reflect on it as you think about the answers for who Jesus is and who you say he is. If you have feedback for me, or if you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.